Hey everyone, how's it going? We've got some big news today. As many of you already know, LEGO will soon have an event inside Driving Empire. And let's be honest, that's huge. LEGO is a global brand, and a collaboration of this level is no small thing. But here's the real question. Will this be something positive for the game we all wanted, or does it mark a shift towards something very different? On one hand, this is great news. Building partnerships with global brands like LEGO not only boosts visibility, but also strengthens the game's reputation and opens doors for future collaborations. In short, Driving Empire continues to raise its profile across the Roblox ecosystem. It also has the potential to attract a whole new audience, LEGO fans and collectors, which is a massive, loyal niche. That could mean more players, more community engagement, and more activity around the game. However, not all attention is good attention, and that's where the analysis really begins. Let's use a simple analogy. Back in school, if we had painted the principal's car just to get attention, sure, everyone would notice, but would it be the right kind of attention, from the right people, for the right reasons? That's the key question here. For a while now, many players, especially longtime fans, feel that Driving Empire has lost direction. The issues are visible on several fronts. Races feel unbalanced. Bugs are constant. The physics often don't make sense, and the upgrade system that was supposed to improve the game ended up more confusing and luck-based than before. At times, the game seems unsure of its own identity. It doesn't know whether it wants to be a serious simulator or a casual arcade racer. Veteran players often say the same thing. The old chassis system felt better, more realistic and responsive, and even the car sounds were more authentic. Now, everything feels softer, easier to handle. But that accessibility came at the cost of realism. It lost what made Driving Empire special, that pure driving sensation. If we look at other Roblox racing games, Midnight Racing, Tokyo, Midnight Chasers, or realistic car driving, we can clearly see a stronger focus on technical simulation. Those games include traction control, AB systems, launch control, and even selectable driving modes right in the UI. They're harder, yes, but that's exactly what makes them rewarding. In Driving Empire, by contrast, we find impossible movements, odd vehicle behavior, and a speed sensation that still feels off. Even the speedometer readings sometimes don't match realistic scales. The upgrade system, which many expected to be more technical and mechanic-driven, turned out to be just an expansion of the old one, with an added element of randomness. That's the exact opposite of what a simulator aims for. Meanwhile, Midnight Racing, Tokyo uses an intricate, science-based tuning system, where every parameter affects performance logically and measurably. That's the difference between a game built on physics and one built purely on spectacle. All this leads to the inevitable question, are we moving away from simulation and consolidating as an arcade game? There are several signs pointing that way. Car stats make little sense. Non-licensed cars outperform licensed models. Many cars lack realistic limits of traction and control. The brand balance is inconsistent. And this isn't just about fairness, it's about respecting automotive brands themselves. A fictional car shouldn't outperform a licensed one. It's not real. It lacks validation from any manufacturer. And it breaks the sense of realism that's supposed to define the game. That might have been acceptable in the early days, when most cars were fictional, but not now, when Driving Empire is known precisely for its real-world licenses. Since Voldax took over, the game's philosophy clearly changed, and honestly, it's understandable. Realistic games on Roblox often have smaller audiences. They're more demanding and require patience and skill. Meanwhile, simple, fast-paced titles attract massive player counts. Just look at games like Grow a Garden or Steal a Brain Rat. They thrive because they're simple and instantly rewarding. So it's no surprise Voldex would steer Driving Empire toward broader popularity, even if that means sacrificing part of its authenticity. Maintaining an arcade-style game is easier. It doesn't require real automotive data, balancing, or physics expertise. Only good design and marketing strategies. But building a simulator is another story. It needs research, testing, and technical consistency. And lately, Driving Empire seems to have chosen the easier road. So, is LEGO's arrival a good thing? Yes and no. It's great for visibility, but there is a risk it could overshadow the introduction of more real-world licensed vehicles. Having a few LEGO models, maybe 4 to 10 across 2 updates, would be perfect. Beyond that, it starts to feel excessive and could push the game further toward a more casual, toy-like identity. Meanwhile, the game still needs serious work on its physics system, bug fixes, and overall driving mechanics. Those should be the priority before expanding partnerships. Bit by bit, Driving Empire has been consolidating itself as an arcade game. It's easier to manage, easier to adjust, and easier to market visually. Plus, with Brookhaven taking much of Voldex's focus and resources, it's clear the company sees Driving Empire more as a business asset than a passion project. But here's the paradox. Without players, there's no business. And if you check the player data from the past 2 years, the numbers haven't grown. In fact, they've slightly decreased. That alone should raise a red flag for the developers. Maybe collaborations like NASCAR or LEGO are attempts to offset that decline. But without a strong driving core, those partnerships are temporary fixes, not real solutions. The issue isn't the collaborations or the brands themselves, it's the direction the game is heading. Adding more cars, more updates, and more flashy systems without rebuilding the foundation of driving realism only pushes the game further away from what it once promised to be. We don't need Driving Empire to become iRacing, but we do need it to refocus on what made it special in the first place. A driving experience that feels believable, balanced, and rewarding. So here's my question to you. Do you think Driving Empire is becoming a full arcade game? And what changes would you make to bring back that realistic driving feel? Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.